Hi everyone, welcome to those of you that are already here waiting, and to those of you watching this back, a huge welcome. We are on number 8 of 10 of the Coloured Hair series. So if you are new to chat, then you have to open the live chat and click on live chat instead of top chat, and then you can join in. Hi everyone, hi Selena, Mo, Nia, Lou, Melissa, Robin, Michelle. A huge hello to you all. Good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well. Hi, Helly. So you can see today what I have done. But before we kick off, before we start colouring, I'm going to give you the conversion chart. I sat and worked this all out. Hi, Becca. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Susie. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jude. Hi, Pamela. Huge hello. Happy Saturday. Hi, Rosa. I'll get you, Charlie's later. I love it. Hi, Randy. Hi, Joey. Hi, Mike. Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Hope your weekends are going well so far. And I know those of you in the US, you're not that long got up. So you've still got the whole weekend ahead of you. We're already gone 4 here. We are 4:04. So today's, I'm going to say stream. I was going to say episode then. It's not an episode. It is an episode of Hair, but today's stream is Holbeins. And hi, Claire. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Caroline. Hi, everyone. Today's is Holbeins. And the reason I'm using Holbeins is because I haven't used them in the hair series. And part of my plan was to use a different colour set, or at least try and incorporate different colour sets into this series that we've been doing. So the reason I did the chart for this one, I'm not doing it for all of them, is because the Holbeins are expensive. Hi, Grace. So with an expensive set, I want to give you the alternative in a more affordable set. So I did the polychromos for you, and I'll read them out before. I'll leave them there in if anyone wants to take a screenshot or a picture or what have you. But I will repeat them twice on which conversions from Holbeins to the polychromos. And the reason I chose the polys over the Prismas is because of the hardness of the pencil. The Holbeins are that bit harder than a Prisma. Hi, Joey. Oh, that's okay. Okay, Kimberly, thanks for joining for the time that you could. Yeah, quite a lot of the people have the polys, Rosa, and that was my thinking behind it. So I sat there fiddling, and I wanted to get quite a lot of warm grades into this. So you can see, with a grayscale image, you're going to have a bit of a starting point, which is really good. Okay, Robin. Hi, Jay. Grace, sat at me. Did I get anything new this week? If there's anything to me, just pop it in caps, and it will catch my eye. And yes, I did, and I'm going to save it for a video. So that's all cryptic, isn't it? So yeah, what I wanted to do was do the Holbeins. Now I'm going to put a little bit more of a heavier influence of the warm grade into this, but this was giving me a good idea on what direction I wanted to go. So we've got that there, and I've got the Holbein cards that I've made up. Now I will give you, hi Pickle from the Undercover Sparkle. Hi Elizabeth, welcome back Pickle. Hi Katrina. Good afternoon. Okay, so I'm going to read them out to you now. Oh, nice, Grace. Nice. Enjoy them. So I will give the Holbein, and I will tell you the poly. So I'll do it at the beginning before we get going, so that anyone that has got the polys and not the Holbeins will know which ones to do. Hiya, Danny. Okay, so the Holbein. Now we're probably not going to use so much of the cool greys, but they will be down on the paper. So just write them down anyway. And if you don't use that particular colour, that's absolutely fine. So I took out the cool grey 2. We didn't need that. It was way too light. So cool grey 6 in the Holbeins is CG VI, which is 235. Should I just give you the two? I'll give you the numbers. I'll give you the numbers. So CG4, which is cool grey 4, is 233 in the polys. Warm grey 4 is 272 in the polys. Don't ask me to read no Roman numerals. I am pants on that. CG3, which is cool grey 3, is 234 in the polys. Warm grey 5 is 273 in the polys. The soft white. Now, I don't like the white on its own. Hi, everyone coming in. I don't like the white on its own in the polychromos whatsoever. So I'm going to say do a mixture of 103 and 101, which is the ivory and the white. Hi, Melody. Okay, you lurk away. Dan, it's just about to go back to sleep. Check your phone, saw the notification. Yes, I'm online. But if you need to sleep, that's absolutely fine. You go sleep. And then lamp black. Now, that is like a Payne's grey. So go for 181. Lamp black is, I'll show you. So if you've got the black here and the lamp black. So 1 second, let me find black. Where is it? Have I put it in here? I'm probably going to go mad now. Why did not put black? Where? Oh, there it is. Okay, so in the Holbeins, this is the black here. And the lamp black is here. And although it looks black, it is bordering on a Payne's grey. So just trust me on that one. I've tested them. I did a whole, look, I'll show you the test version. Okay, so this is what I just, you see what I did? Kind of just did a big jot down of colours and I kind of compared them. So when I'm looking at the lamp black and Payne's grey, they are almost identical. So the black is a lot more pigmented in black. This is more bordering a Payne's grey. So it is definitely something that I was sitting there and as soon as I put the lamp black down, I thought that's just Payne's grey. I knew it straight away. So I did a good comparison there. And then you've got beige in the Holbeins. I'm going to say it's more like a brown ochre, which is 182. Again, I'll show you. Very similar in tone. Okay, Selena. Sleep well. Hi, Desiree. Hi, everyone. Big, huge hello. So you can see here, the comparison in colours is almost identical. Yeah, I've got this one. And what I'm doing, this is just sidetracking you. I'm going to write, I've printed out the hairs and I'm going to write down all the combinations in here as well. So it's great. And then we've got cool grey 2 is 231. So you can see at the side the colours. Black is obviously black. And then warm grey 6 is 274. So in the polychromos, you need 235, 233, 272, 234, 273, 103, 101, 181, 182, 231, 199, and 274. So it's quite a lot. Hi, everyone. Hi, Morticia. Hi, Sharon. I'm going to do a little tour video of what's in my little book of recipes. So that's coming up as well. I've got quite a few things, you know, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I need to just take a little tour of what's in my book. And then the Holbein colours that you'll need are 532, 533, 536, 534, 526, 525, 501, 510, 173, 511, 535, and 524. So I've done that for you so that you've got them. Hi, sissy-in-law. So yeah, I've sat there and I thought, okay, let's do this for you. Let's make sure it's all done. Right. I'll talk you behind my process. I'll mention the giveaway and then we will get straight into it. So as you can see, you're wondering why I've put beige. Why have I put beige? Oh, are you great? That's okay, Desiree. You have fun and I'll message you after. I put beige in here because I was looking at a reference picture and let me show you. There was quite a few colours in the reference picture. So there was lights, there was beiges, there was you know, darker. Let me show you. So I was looking at this reference picture. Now you can see there's like dark grey, there's very pale light greys. There's like this beigey colour, like an off blonde colour here. There was like elements of black in there, you can see. And then there's white. So there's lots of greys. And when you look at a grey colour overall, it is not just one. It's not a bog standard flat colour. There is a lot of elements to it. So I thought, okay, let's go off this. Let's just go off this one bit here, because in this one bit, you're looking at, you know, the beiges, you're looking at the warm grey, you're looking at the cool greys, you're looking at the white. So I did a big white sort of section here. And then I did like a darker element of black in there. And, you know, there's lots of, yeah, Desiree, I was thinking that as well. Yeah, it's lovely. It looks lovely. So I thought, okay, let's roll with this reference, just this reference. I quite like the beige element. I really do. So I thought, let's just forget the face. Let's go with this section here, just as, you know, as a reference. So that's what I did. So I used that as our reference, and that's what we're going to go on. Hi, Dash. So for the colour I have to watch. Oh, that's okay, Kimberly. It's there to watch back, isn't it? Right, so before we get started on that, giveaway. This month's giveaway. Hi, Mum. I was originally going to do on today's stream, but I had a couple of people say, oh, Sam, I can't get to today's stream. I've got things to do, and I'd really like to enter. So what I'll do, to be fair to everybody that watches the channel, and I think it is fair this way, I was going to do it on the stream, but what I'll do is announce it now, tell you the rules, tell you what to do in order to enter, and then on, what are we today? So on, we're Saturday, no, we're not. Yes, we are. We're the 19th. We're Saturday the 19th. I lose my days. How bad is that? Is anyone like me? Okay, so on the 22nd, I will announce an order. So this month's giveaway, being that I have done Magical Markova month over on, hi, Kristen. Being that I have done Magical Markova month on Instagram for a colour along, I will be giving away and ordering you a brand new copy of Fairy Miracles. So you've all seen this. If you've not got it yet, here's your chance to enter yourself in. So this is what I'm going to do. Today's giveaway is Fairy Miracles by KLARA Markova. You've probably seen this. This is my copy. But you won't be having this one. You're going to be having your own brand new copy that I'm going to order as soon as you give me your address from the winner. So we've got to finish the background on her, which we will do. You've seen this, and you've seen it floating around, and all the wonderful pictures that are coming out now from this beautiful book. Now's your chance to enter. When the stream is over, or if you're watching this back, all you have to do is enter into the giveaway. By entering, you have to state in the comments, hi, Victoria, that you would like to be entered. One entry per person. It's international. I will announce the giveaway winner on the 22nd. So you've got till Tuesday, the 22nd. Hi, everyone. Hi, Shelley. Hi, anyone that I may have missed. Yeah, exactly. Anyone that wins this, it's going to be a nice win, because I know some people can't, you know, afford it because of shipping or because it's an expensive book. That's absolutely fine. You can enter in, even if you want yourself a second copy, you can enter. Just, it's international. There's no rules applying to where you are in the world. All that I ask is that you've got to specify in the comments of this uploaded stream. You've got to specify, I would like to enter the giveaway. Just put those words, I would like to enter the giveaway. I will enter you. Anyone that doesn't specify, I will take it as a non-entry. So please specify. Only one entry per person. I will give you a number, and I will draw the winner on 22nd, which is next Tuesday's stream. Make sure you write that. And you may, yes, and you must be subscribed. So do enter after the stream. Put that you would like to be entered and that. Oh, thank you. Remember, if you don't specify, I'm going to take it as a void entry. It's not going to be valid. So please make sure you say, I would like to enter. I would like to enter. And then you're entered. Yeah, it's international. International. Go for it. So I will order you as soon as the winner is. Yeah, as soon as the winner is announced, I will get onto Amazon. Me and Desiree helps me out with the US winners, and I will do any other international part. Of course you can, Victoria. Anyone? Hi, Nick and Tina. Oh, yeah, hey, Dash. All right, so shall we jump in? Let's do it. Otherwise, we might be here a while. Okay, so please enter at the end of the stream on the upload in the comments of the uploaded stream. Right, so I've already got my work in progress one. Hi, Kimberly. How are you, darling? How are you doing? Yeah, we're getting really nippy here now. Really, really nippy. I've got Andrew's jumper, sweater on. I nicked one of his jumpers because it was really, when I say nicked, some people think, what are you on about, Sam? I took it out of his wardrobe because it just looked so cozy, and I was like, I've got to have it on today. So I took his sweater, as you call it. Take care, Grace. So yeah, please, if you haven't or you want to enter at the end of the stream on the uploaded. Ah, Ty, I'm so happy. Very good news. Hi, Connie. So, Connie, if you want to enter yourself in, if you haven't got it, at the end of the stream on the upload, anyone that's watching this back, if you want to enter the giveaway, make sure you enter it on the comments of the uploaded video only, not in the chat, on the upload. Okay. Hi, Candy, or Selena. I hope you're well. I hope you don't mind that I call you by your screen names, guys. Okay. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. And I'm going to get going. Are you all good with that? If anyone needs to take a screenshot, please do. This is the conversion from Holbeins to polychromos. If you haven't got the Holbeins, that's absolutely fine. You can use the polys. So all good for you. So we've got no, because I know not many people have the Holbein, so I've done the conversion. Right. So I'm just going to stick that aside, and I'm going to also grab myself a piece of paper to stick underneath. If you would like me to repeat at any time, do let me know. Hi, girl, and guys. I haven't seen you in ages. How are you doing? Hi, Janice. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining on your Saturdays. Taking time out of your day to come spend time with me and the other girls and guys. We've got Nick here as well. We can't forget our guys in the community. Right, and I will talk you through, as always, if you've not been here for a hair episode before, I'll talk you through the steps and how to do the strokes and, all of that. I haven't, Mike. I haven't done pencil reviews. I know that Colour with Claire has. So any reviews for staff, pop over to Colour with Claire, subscribe to her channel. She does great reviews. I colour. I'm more reviewing. I do reviews seldom. Seldom. But no, the review channel to go over to is Claire's. Anything. I think she's got a Holbeins one. I'm pretty sure she has. I'm pretty sure I watched it. So I'm not going mad here. Right, so I am going to have that as reference in front of me. And I think I based down. Now, first of all, as you probably know by now. Well, I'm glad to see you. How is it to do great? Well, it's not. It's not easy. And that was what I was going to say. You got me straight into my next sentence, Pickle. You're so relevant. I love you, girl. Grayscale and grey is a task, but it's not impossible. Susie, Sammy, would you say the Holbeins are worth saving for? I was a million percent say that. 1,000,000%, I would say that they are worth every penny. They are incredible, plus a million. So my opinion, they are 100% worth saving for. If your budget can extend to saving for it, then do. But if you have other sets, you're not missing out on colours except on the pastel tones. As you've probably seen in swatch books, I'll show you very briefly what sets apart the Holbeins to other sets is these colours right here. So we're going to go these colours, some of them, but these two paints, forget the fluorescent type colours. These colours are just incredible, and what I'd say sets the whole set apart from other, you know, sets in total is this one. Now these particular tones here, I haven't seen them in other sets, and I'd say if you're looking for an all-rounder set, it's a good mixture between, how much of a difference would you say the pigment would be versus the one we've been using? I'd say they're very, very pigmented. I'd say that, again, my experience of them, of the Holbeins in total, is that they work so well in layers. We're very vivid. Yeah, we are, Connie. They're very vivid in colour. They don't need a lot of work. You don't have to keep going with layers and layers in order to get that pigment. The pigment is down. You can see from the tones, there's a whole range of tones. There is every tone available that you could possibly want in the Holbeins. There isn't, to me, they don't lack anything. They don't lack colour, they don't lack pigment, they don't lack the versatile nature of, you know, when you can mix them with other sets, that you can put them on different papers. However, one that stands out for me out of all of the Holbeins, and if I could buy 10 of these and they were in open stock, I'd buy them in a heartbeat. The soft white in the Holbeins is like no other. This to me is what sets apart any other white. Now, I've used so many whites, and if this was in single stock, I would buy 10. They are incredible. They are gorgeous. They're creamy. They go on top of colour. Let me just use this for a moment to show you, just because this has got colour on it. If you're looking to go on top of a colour, this white is just like magic. Look at it. It just, so if I come to here, right, we're looking at this section here. If I start going with white, I'm going to take out those colours, aren't I? Very easily. They're just incredible. This is like magic. And if I, as I said, if they had this in single stock, it is one of those that if I could review and I could tell you to go and get a white pencil tomorrow, Holbein soft white, it's the best white I have ever used in my entire life. So if you've got any whites and you love them and you've not tried the soft white, oh, believe me, worth it. And I just hope that one day they bring out single stock, because this could be in everyone's collection and you'd never need another white. Katrina, can you message me privately the link and I can put that up as well? Gorgeous white. So this is what, and I know that sounds silly for a big expensive set and you're only picking one. Love them. Love them. Yeah, this is the one that you can see the core. Now, every other pencil in the Holbeins hasn't. You've got nothing, you know, on the end. It's just the whole thing is covered by the coating. This one hasn't. It's a league of its own. I love this pencil so much. Love it. So if I could recommend a pencil set that you wanted to splash out on, then yeah. I know, and buff titanium is always my favourite in the Loomies, isn't it? So if you're looking at the Holbeins, as I said, Colour Eclair, choose Lou's just linked it for me. The link. Sorry. I'll get my words out in a minute. Yes, Mum, 100 million times better than Prisma White for me. Just for me. This is my opinion. So these are the colours that you get in the 150 set. I was fortunate enough, Melody had sent through as a gift for last year's birthday, and I was blown over. So I love them, but they are like precious metal. You don't want to use them too much because they are they are so amazing. Hi, Dee. You want to sort of preserve them, you know, keep their life in them. But I do love them. I know. That's the same with me. That's the same with me. Oh, Teresa, out of the two, I'd say the Holbeins by, yeah, that's just, again, these are my opinions. It's what you like in a pencil. These are in between. These are not as soft as a polychroma, but they're not as hard as a, sorry, not as soft as a Prismacolor, but not as hard as a polychromo. They're like in between. They're a good in-betweener. And they're just, the performance is brilliant. And I honestly, I didn't hardly touch the paper and look at the pigment. When I do my swatches, I don't burnish the paper. I just put pencil to paper. And the tones are incredible. So if you have got them, yep. Yeah, Connie, I love my buff. My buff is my favourite. So we're going to jump in now. I will talk you through step by step what I'm doing. I will put the colour cards in there, and if there's anything that you want to ask me along the way, please do. Just shout it out in caps at me, and I will do my best to see what you have asked. Jane, how's your poor Jane has not been, bless her, she's not been well. How are you as well, Jane? How's your, it's what, you've got shingles, haven't you, sweetheart? That just looks so painful. Okay, so we're going to go for Cool Grey 3. So how is everyone after all that? How's your Saturdays going? What are you up to? Anyone dedicating their weekend to doing crafty bits? Or is it got to do stuff and, you know, one of those weekends where you've got to sort of catch up with everything first? Okay, this lip, but okay, so we've got this one. I'm going to just put them where I need to have them. Now, if is that in your site okay? Can you see that? Let me do let me know. So we are going for the Cool Grey number 3. Cool Grey 3 in the polys would be 234. Yeah, good, good. So like I say to you with most of them, don't worry about the grayscaled areas. Go straight in lightly on all of the white areas. So cover them up. Get rid of that white. We don't want the white. However, some of it will be lighter, but that's where your soft white will come in. If you use your ivory and your white in the polys hard enough, you'll get the same result. And probably not as creamy, but that's okay. You can still use it. Oh, hi, Dionia. Ah, thank you, Rob. Take care, Kimberly. Okay, so you go over the entire lot. So I'm going to focus on the top half to begin with. And we'll work our way down like we have been doing. The reason I start at the top is because it's the highest point. I'm not dragging my hand through it. You can still see it. Now, we're going with a light coating, but you still want to get pigment on paper. So you can be generous. And don't worry if you go over lines. We can always erase that. So, you know, don't worry about being prim and perfect, because I don't know if you've noticed, but people in art and crafts and colouring can get as messy as they want. So you can always correct it. Just go over the entire thing. Just gets rid of that white space that we don't want. And just cover it all. You can cover the entire area all the way down. I'm just going to work my way from top to bottom, but I'm going to stop here and we'll do the knot and below after. Yeah, loose hands. So I always say that the swish and flick and loose hands, nice loose. You've got a nice loose hand. There's no stiffness in this. We don't want stiff. Stiff's not going to get us anything. So just nice and loose, cover the entire white space. Loose hands, people. You know my terminology by now. I love it. So it makes me laugh because you all know what I'm going to do and what I'm going to say before I say it. So brilliant. I love it. Make me happy, makes me smile. Okay, nice and loose, go over everything. And I'm going to stop at the knot. You can carry on and do all of it instead of stopping. I'm going to just stop at the knot. The reason why is because I'm going to have to move the paper up. Hopefully there won't be too much pencil snapping today. Okay, so nice and covered. Your coverage is on point, guys. On point. Okay, so as you can see, I've covered all the white space. And then straight away, I'm going to look at where I want light and dark. Now, you can judge this, really. I'm going to say you're kind of got grayscale is going to be hard to do, isn't it? You're thinking, oh no, what are we doing? Right. So all of this top area is going to be quite light. So we're going to use a lot of the warm greys and whites in this. We're going to use a bit more elements of the lamp black and the darker cool greys into these areas because they're darker. So you're kind of going to go with the illustration here on what we want light and dark. Now, you've got that as your guide. If you haven't got grayscale as your guide, think about where the light would hit. Where's your light source and go with that. So light source would be top, wouldn't it? And downwards would be your darkest points. So still use that. So straight away, I'm going to start at the top point, and this is going to be my lightest area, but I still want some cool grey in there. So I'm going to head straight for number 4 because we've just used number 3. So we're going to head straight for number 4, and we're going to start planning out our strokes. Now we're going to strokes. Hi, Wendy. So hi to those that I may have missed, mate. My words today are failing me. I'm going to bring you down a tad, guys, because you're not as close as I'd like you to be. So just bear with the movement. We're going to go down. Okay, nice and close. Is that still clear? As long as it's clear, that's all I need. So as long as it doesn't. Oh, which one, Connie? Which one did you get? Right, so the cool grey 4, we're going to have to refer to this quite a lot, aren't we? Cool grey 4 is 233 in the polys if you're doing the polychromos. Oh, so I'm going to start straight away. Now, we've got quite a dark grayscale already, but I don't want to lose that. However, I'm going to take out that dark grey and come with this grey instead. And you're going to start building up those strokes. We are going to bring some warm greys in, which will change the colour up entirely. And it will give it a different element. But the cool greys is a good starting point, taking out the grayscale and starting to take over the illustration, looking more realistic. At the minute, we've got a lot of the elements of the illustration grayscale, which is fine, but we don't want that. We don't want that. So we're going to start building up, and the building up process is what takes the time but is worth the result. So come to all your heavily grayscaled areas to start with. You can already see that it's going to make a difference. Oh, Connie, I hope it comes soon because you can get it as this is a PDF. This is a PDF, lovely. So you can print it out. Okay, so go over all of your area that you've got grayscale on. This is going to be quite light, and you'll see the difference when we put the soft white. You know, that soft white that I talked about, the one that I can't, I'm in love with, that one. That will bring a totally different element in. And that will be the changing point of what this looks like. It is amazing. So just start off lightly. I'm not pressing hard. You don't need to press hard on these. This is what I mean with the Holbeins. They are really, really pigmented, highly pigmented. So just go with what you've got. Now, I'm just going to build up. Don't worry about the corner. We're going to just we're putting the process at the beginning is just putting your pencil to paper and starting your build up. And it all changes as you go on. Thanks, Lou. I didn't like that video, that name, the hacker. Hi, Sherry. I'm going to, at the end, Sherry, I will repeat it again and I will put it into the description also, the conversion chart. I'll put it into the description. So I will do that. And as I said, to those of you that have joined late and you would like to enter for Fairy Miracles, I'll be drawing on the 22nd the giveaway winner. So just make sure that you specify that you'd like to be entered. Anyone that doesn't, yeah, I won't class it as an entry. It's got to be specific because people comment on videos, but they're not entering, so it gets muddled up. You have to kind of just say, yes, please, I'd like to enter, or I'd like to enter the giveaway would be perfect. Okay, and anything that what we've used and the conversion colors, I will list them as soon as the stream is done and I've walked the dog. I'll come back, I'll sit at the computer with a cup of tea and I'll put all the information that you need, the products that we've used, and any information that I think that might be helpful. Okay, so as you can see, the Cool Grey 4, we're only doing this section at the minute. It makes a difference. So this just starts to build up your starting point. And it also takes out the grey scale, and this is your replacement as such. Danny, I've got a couple. Yeah, Janice, sure. Just after this is finished, this stream, put it in the you know, the comments of this stream. You have to wait until the upload, and as soon as I've finished, you can enter. Of course you can. Okay, so we're just going with a very, very small amount at the moment. So this is just your Cool Grey to start off with. We're only doing, see, in a minute, it looks like it could be part of the illustration. That's fine. That's okay. It's just taken out that amount and replaced it with the different colour of it. Okay, so next we're going to come in with some warm greys. Now I'm going to start with warm grey 4. Warm grey 4 in the polychromos would be 272. And warm grey 4 starts to change the colour up. Okay. So nice sharp pencils always, because it gives you a good point. Now I'm going to start to bring in the warm grey, and the warm grey changes the colour. Now there's going to be elements of all, and the warm and the cool grey work really well side by side. So go from a point, remember, and fan out. And you want to see it into these lighter sections. So bring some of that warm grey in. You see it starts to change the colour up entirely, doesn't it? Okay, take care. Have a good day or good evening for us now. Have fun, Pickle. Good to see you back. Okay, so just bring in the warm grey 4. And it's got more of a natural tone to it, the warm grey. And when I say that it's hard to go grayscale and grey, it is, because it's so close in colour, but it's not impossible because you can change it up. and the end product will be worth it. So just persevere with it, because you won't see a huge change to start with when you first start out. And you're thinking, what is the point in all of this? Honestly, grey on grayscale, it won't. It does work. It really does. So like the honest part of it is that first you won't see the change, but then all of a sudden there is a change and you start to see it. So just over the areas that you've gone with the cool grey, you're not taking out the cool grey is still there. You're introducing warm grey 4, which is 524. Colour cards are here. And this will be something that will coincide rather than take over. So it'll just go side by side with the cool grey and work really well with it. So just take your time with it. Now I'm going to have a white, more of a white streak. So you see this area here is quite light. Keep that. Don't lose that. Leave that part for now, because we know where we're going to go with that. We want that light, so keep it. Okay. So with these parts, we're going to come after. We're just focusing on this one section here first. Then I'm thinking, okay, I want a little bit more depth, but I don't want to take it too deep because it's the top. Your deeper parts are going to be over the rest of it. So we're going to head straight over. Don't worry about any other grey. Go straight over to your warm grey 6. Don't worry about going for a mid-tone. Come straight over to your warm grey 6 and start to introduce strokes in that can start to deepen these tones up a bit. So I'm not going to add too much in. I want this to be visible, but not our takeover colour, because otherwise you're going to take out all that hard work that you've done, but they all work really well. So this here is going to be quite light. There's this part here and this part, so we're not going to touch them. We're going to add some whites into that and bring the whites in. And just keep with your strokes and bring the strokes down. Now, when you want to meet them, nice loose hand now, because you're going around a bend. So you're going around the bend and you want nice loose strokes coming up. So just nice and loose. Loose does it on this part. And just bring those up and meet them up a bit. So just nice and loose. And again, you'll start to see when we build up and we change the colour that you'll see the difference, because we're going to have quite a few elements of greys coming through. So around that part, we've got like a curve. And just bring it also here. Now you can press a little bit deeper on this section, because that's our, you know, it goes into like a knot and it changes direction. You want to kind of keep that. So just go with that part. You want that to be a deep, nice deep part. Janice, the warm grey 6, do you want me to go over them one more time before I carry on? Okay, so poly conversion, you've got the colours 235, 233, this is in the polys, 272, 234, 273, 103, 181, 182, 101 as well, 231, 199 and 274. So that, and I will put them in the description at the end. So every time I pick a Holbein up, I'm telling you just at the beginning what that one is. So the warm grey 6 is the colour 274. Okay. So then I'm going to start thinking about, you know, introducing a bit more lights. because we want a light area up here. So I'm going to bring in the colour Lamp Black and Soft White. So let me just tell you what they are. So at first, I'm going to bring in the soft white in the areas that I would like to. Now, soft white, you can use your white and your ivory in the polys, which is 103 and 101. Hiya, Ken. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Right. So nice and soft with your soft white. And as I said, this is like gold dust, this one. So the soft white, I'm just going to start to plan where I would like that in my picture to bring in like highlights. So just very lightly with your white, think, okay, where do I want my lightest areas in my grey hair? So you can bring some in. I'm not pressing too hard. You'll have to apply a little bit more pressure into your white poly. So just bring that in, and you want to see the strokes. It changes it up entirely. Hiya, Robin. Hope you're good. So it just brings in a nice amount of where we're going with our highlights and lowlights. Yeah. So just enough at the top that it will change it up. You can see the difference already. So don't forget, you can pick out your ivory and your white in the poly. You've been mapping and planning. That's what I like to hear. I love mapping and planning. And then I'm going to bring my Lamp Black. It is magic, I'm telling you. Now, Lamp Black is Payne's Grey in your polys, and your Payne's Grey is 181. We're using Lamp Black in the Holbeins. And I'm not going to put too much in this, but I am going to bring some of this out. So we're going to start to look at our darkest parts only with this Lamp Black. And I don't want to use black here. That's when we go further down. We are going to bring black into it, but we don't need it right now. So I'm just choosing where I want the black to go. And I'm choosing to go into the parts that seem a little bit more heavily shaded. So you can pick this out, you know, how you want to. So I'm looking at where I would like that. Again, I'm going to bring a little bit more white back in, and this is where you're going to play for a bit. So I'm looking at a streak here. And you could use your Prismacolor white if you want to. That's another alternative. Okay. And that just keeps your streaks and strokes and nice bits, but it also puts a lot of white in. Now, into this mid-tone here, I want to add a little bit of this kind of another warm grey. So I'm going to come just over to number 4. Yeah. And I'm going to get a little bit of beige. So this is going to be our top section. Hold on. It all comes together at the end. So I'm going to go for warm grey 4. Polychromos would be 272. And I'm just going to look at this section here. You know, this mid. And it does come together at the end. Remember, when you start off anything, you're starting off in sections, and nothing ever comes together till it all gets to the end. So when you first start something, don't be disheartened at first if you're thinking, it's not looking how it should in my head. It takes time. These things build up. What they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes a while. Okay, so you're kind of looking at this mid-tone. Thank you. It will come along, I promise you. Even if you're thinking at the minute, nothing special, it's fine. It will build on. It will build on. Okay, and I'm going back over to my soft white because I want to focus a little bit more onto this area being my white sort of streak. So you can just sort of play around with where you want your lightest areas to go, because the good thing is when you're putting it on top of these greys, it still keeps a grey element. So it keeps that part here where I would like it to have grey and white. It's not a heavy white area. So when you're looking at a reference picture, let me show you. If you're looking at a reference picture, you've got a lot of white here, haven't you, at this sort of part? She's got streaks of it. So we're kind of looking at where we're going to put our streaks. Where are we going to place these kind of tones here, and where are we going to put our darks? This is what I'm sort of thinking with this. It kind of goes hand in hand. So I am now just going to grab a tiny bit of black. So you use your black poly, and your black poly is 199 if you're using polys. And I'm just going to bring in a tad of the black, and I'm barely touching the paper. It is a very light approach. It just gives it a little bit more of depth and a little bit of detail that I'm looking for. So very seldom, don't use too much. It's just to add a bit of a different element to it. And as I said, use a reference picture. Look at a reference picture, because your reference picture is what you're going to go on. Now, I'm going to revisit that part in a minute, but we're going to move on to sort of this section next. So these sections are a lot deeper. So we're going to head to a really quite a deep cool grey, and I'm going to go straight in with cool grey 5. So if you let me find it. Okay, Desiree, speak to you soon. Love you. Right. So I'm going to bring in cool grey, and I'm going to start bringing the depth of where we want our darks. So we're looking at an overall here. Where do we want to go with it? Take care, Jay. Enjoy your dinner. I don't know what I've got. Enjoy your scrumminess. Okay. So I'm going to bring these strokes up. This is number 5. We are going to build on things, but we need a starting point. And the good thing is with the greys, you've got that. So you're looking here at a deeper area, a deep colour, and go quite heavy, and don't worry too much about the depth and taking over this part, because it's deep anyway. So you want to look at that. Hi, Gracelyn. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you all. I haven't seen some of you in a little while. It's good to catch up. And I do hope those that are not feeling too well and haven't been around for a while are doing okay. And just know that you're being thought of. Okay, so we're going to bring quite a deep area with it. And let's just allow those strokes to be nice and loose. So we've got some lights and darks. Now go with the dark. Don't worry about the light for now, because you're going to bring other colours in. So these sections here and these sections here, leave them to be nice and light for now, because you're going to bring in some warm greys into those. But for now, we're focusing on the cool greys, and the cool greys are what's cancelling out this grayscaling that we've got on the picture. There's a lot of grey going on. I wonder if you put in a jar £1 every time I said the word grey, you'd be a rich person by the end of this stream. Okay, so just bring that down into the heavily grayscaled areas. Thank you. I'm using Holbeins. I've got the, as long as it's in vision. We're using the Holbeins, but I'm doing the conversion over to. Okay, Helly, enjoy your dinner. Hi, Donna. All's well here. Hope all was well with you too. Okay, so again, nice loose hand. Remember, let it flop. Floppy hand on this part. And it goes round into this little area here. And you're going to join up nice and strokey. You want it to look strokey. You want it to look strands. You want to see the strands. They want to be visible. And the same with this part. We're going to bring those streaks and strands and strokes and lines and whatnots. You want to bring them all together. So you want to meet them, but you want to see them. So they've got to be visible. Ah, thank you, Gracelyn. We'll get there. Hi, Anna. Good to see you, Missy. Okay, so nice and loose. And again, we're going to loose hand, bring up. So take out your grayscale, but go with the grayscaled areas. Just bring them up. And don't worry too much about this area. So you want to see the separation. So you can do that after, but you also want to bring some of those strands here. So just focus really well on bringing those into this section, but not as heavily this time. So this area is quite bright, isn't it, and white. So just nice and loose. The strand queen. Thank you. We can all do this. You can all do this, I promise you. Okay, so you want to see them because they are natural. Okay, so you see we've got a nice build up now, and that was number 5. It's all here what I'm using at the time, what I changed to. I will tell you in the polys as well, so you've got them written down. So we've got a nice starting point with our cool grey 5. We're even going to bump it up now. We're going to bump it and we're going to get our cool grey 6. No, we're not. Are we? Yes, we are. Where's my card for that? Bear with me. Oh, it's on the floor. I'm thinking, where is it? And I've written it. There we go. We're going to bump it up 1 notch. Oh, Connie, I don't know. I think it's just a mental block on it. You know, I really do. I think it's a mental block. You know when you tell yourself so much you can't do something? Oh, darling, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. And thank you, Melissa. You're welcome. And hi, Kathy. It is good to see you, dear. How are you doing? Guys, good to see some of your faces that I've not seen for a while. Okay, we're going to go to cool grey number 6 now. And cool grey 6 in your poly is 235. Number 235. Okay, so bring this down a bit. With this, it is a tad darker. So now you are focusing on dark points only. And you're not taking out what you've just done. You're just adding to it. It's like an add-on. It's a build-up. So you're going to get the dark parts in here now. You are going to put a little bit of cool greys coming into this, into your light areas. But for now, we are focusing on where our dark points are, taking them out with these colours and enhancing that look that we've got going on. So we're going to nice loose hand and flick that up. As you come up, take the pressure off your pencil and practically off the page. And when you do that, that controls how much pigment goes down on your paper too. So it's a good little practice here. Yeah, Kathy, he's okay. He's okay. And bless you, little unicorns. Kathy, he hadn't been well for a while. He's still in and out, you know, back and forth to the clinics, but he's all right. You know, medication. Medication, I can tell you now, has been an absolute saviour. But thank you for asking. His clot cleared up. He's on blood thinners now for life. And he's trying to manage the colitis at the minute. So it's back and forth, you know, to the clinic. But he always has been since he was 21. So it's nothing different. It's like I say to people, you know, that suffer with pain, like, I mean, I always say to myself, I have pain, but I'm not my pain, I'm my person. And I try to get him to see that as well with his illness. Like, yeah, you're living with it, but it's not who you are. So we just face it as it comes. Okay, so nice and loose. And I'm going to just put some deep, there we go, nice deep, I'm going firm strokes there. So you see that build up is quite dark. Thank you so much. Melissa, this is Mariola Budek's image. And this is on Etsy. I think Lou had the link above. Right, I'm going to bring in now a bit of beige and a bit of warm grey. And my warm grey is going to be number 4. So I'm just going to grab those for you. Just bear with me, I'm getting my colour cards. There we go. So first of all, I'm going to head for beige. Oh, let's take that away first. Now you're thinking, what? Well, I'm not mad, I tell you. So you see this section here on this lady, it's got a beige element. Can you see that? So that's what we're looking at. Now, I don't want to put a ton of it. I just want a bit of it. So the beige in the poly will be the brown ochre 182. You want a light touch with this, nice and light. So all I'm going to do is add an element of it slightly into a part of it only. So not all sections. You're kind of just looking at adding an element of it. So I'm going to put it into this area here. You don't have to do this part. I'm going by my reference picture here. So this is just part of it. And it's just a nice touch, I think, to add that. Can you see it? It goes into it really well. So it is really, really nice to add in. And you can actually go over the top. And I don't know if it will work with your polys, but you can go slightly over the top of those greys in that area only. It gives it a nice little, it's like a shine. So now we're going to head to warm grey 4. We're going to bring in like a bit darker and stuff after. So warm grey 4, I'm going to focus on bringing some of these warm greys into our lightest areas. So go from the bottom and flick motion upwards and flick it into those areas that we have here. And it's going into the highlighted areas so that you've got a grey colour going on. So it's starting to really bring it together. It's a nice element. It's a nice addition to the grey. I really like it. And it does. It makes a difference. It really does. So this part's got the beige. You want to keep that. And this part's got the warm greys. And you're just adding that in. Slowly, surely, you will add and it will pop. So it's nice strands heading into your darker grey. So you can see the big difference. Hi, May. How you doing? Right. Then we're going to head over to our darkest of the warm greys for a moment. I'm just going to go to my warm grey 6. And I'm not going to go all over here. I'm just going to add an element of the warm grey 6, and that is the number 274 in the polys. And I'm going to add that into the highlighted areas only. So just bring in that additional strand look in. So you're having a little bit of a mixture there. Can you see? Hi, Tammy. I didn't see you there. So sorry. I don't think I saw you there as well. Okay, and then I'm going to go straight over to my lamp black. And again, Payne's grey if you've got the... is it looking like your hair colour? It's lovely. I love this colour. Lamp black is Payne's grey, and that is 181 in your polys. Now you want some depth. And the depth is going to go into your darkest areas of your hair here. So you're looking at the grayscaling and where is it dark? So we're heading there straight away. Just go straight for it. and add that element in. So we're going to come up here. Now this section here is going to have quite a heavy white influence, so we're going to leave that a moment. And nice and loose does it, and add that depth in. So you're really bringing it all together. And just allowing your hand to just do its thing. So you see this section here, we're going to revisit that after. Just add elements. Okay. Oh, 1 second, missed a bit, because we're going to bring our soft white in soon. So nice and loose, 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 loose hand. Just let your hand go with the flow. Just nice, loose movements. And it just allows colour to sort of all merge together and look more natural rather than nice, you know. Nice stiff hand would not work with this. Stiff hand works with other things, doesn't. So loose, nice and loose. Grey is sexy. It is, I love it. Okay, I'm going to come back to my warm grey 4. And the warm grey 4 is the number 272 in the polys. And I'm just going to reintroduce some over that. And we're going to bring in the white in a moment, which will change it up altogether. Okay, so we're going to put elements up here. There we go. So it just brings it all together. Exactly. It really is. Okay, and then our soft white, which is my magic pencil. Got to find the card for it. Where's the card gone? Oh, where's the card gone? Bummer. 1 minute, guys. I don't know where it's gone. Okay, I've got a runaway card. I don't know where it's gone. Bear with me. Where did that go? Okay, let me just read. Oh, there it is. I had a runaway card then. Okay, I found it. Okay, now the magic happens. So now we're going to bring. This is the soft white, and as I said, 101 and 103 mix between the two in the polys. And it really does start to change the look of it. So, hiya, Brenda. So all we're going to do now is just play. Now, we're going to flit between colours for a minute. So we're going to play with where we want our white elements and dark elements. So we're going to have to bring some black in, but that's okay, because this is the whole point in this, is that we've got a mixture where we want light and dark to go. So I'm going to have to just introduce it somewhat into this part here, and we're going to bring some black in again, but we'll do that in a minute. Okay, really starts to change it up. Now I need my black a minute. No, I don't. I need my warm grey 6. Where is that card? Okay, warm grey 6 into here. And just play with it. Make it your own. So really enhance that. You can start to sort of bring it to life now. Tilly, wow, girl. I'm going to bring the Holbein black. You need your black in the polys. And this is about showing the different colours through. Now, this is just it's a case of playing around. So there's no sort of method to this. it will all come together, you know, by the end. So this part, I really want to bring some strands in. So we might have to bring a little bit of that dark cool grey. So I'm going to go over to cool grey 6 and introduce some strands, because otherwise it looks a bit too separated. So it's just playing until you get your colours right. And that's the whole point, is that you've got to play with it. So just play until you get your colours, because it might be a case of dark and light. Now, if I hold on a minute. Hey, Faith. So if you go by that, you're going to bring those black grey tones in and introduce it over and in between those whites, and just keep playing. And that is all we're going to do. We're just going to keep flitting between the two. Oh, sorry. It's okay, my end. Is it back? Is my connection okay? Let me know. Sorry, guys. It's those of you that may have lost connection just then. I'm back. I don't know why it does that. So look at a reference and kind of base it on that. So this next part is going to be quite a heavy influence of dark. So we're just going to move the page up a bit. I'm going to zoom you back in. And we're going to move down to, before we sort this bit out, 1 minute, I'm just going to, this is just me sorting a little area. Hold on. Right. So now here we're going to move over to this sort of section, and this is quite a high influence of like cool grey. So I'm not even going to go, I'm going to go straight in with a dark. So, because it all comes together by the end. So I'm going to go for cool grey 6, and I'm going to take out the grayscale. And at first I'm going to do lightly, because I just want to see where I'm going with it. So bear with me. I'm just going to see where I want this sort of cool grey to be. So just base it on your strokes and your image. Okay, so this is quite a harsh section. So don't worry about, you know, lights and darks in this part so much. Just look at the grayscale and go with. So I'm not in chat for a second. I'm just working out where I want my light and darks to go. So 1 moment, we've got cool grey 6. Okay, so just bear with it. Go with your illustration here. Now this area is going to be quite light, so we'll add some warm greys in. At the minute, our cool greys acting as our shading tone, our darker tone. So just work it out very roughly to start with. It kind of goes with the flow on this part, so hold on. Nice loose hand. These sections will be a lot more deeper by the end. So this isn't our final product. We're getting the colours in. And we're going to put a little bit more of a cool grey influence on these sections. We'll have a little bit of the warm greys in this part, but I really want to focus on my cool greys. So just keep with and follow that all round. So you're putting your cool grey in. Hiya, Sabrina. Good to see you. So just focus on taking your grayscale out and building up that sort of look of where it's not all separated, it's more sort of together, but still showing your strands. So remember, it is a build-up process. It takes time. And when you're going around any curvy type of area, allow your hand to be loose. And if you have lost any connection, Just refresh your stream, because sometimes it's the weathers that affect a momentarily blip, like just a tiny little blip in the connection. So we're just taking out our areas at the moment. Danny, do it. Oh, Tracy, I couldn't do that, but thank you for the faith in me. But yeah, I just have fun with my colouring. I really do, and I really enjoy it. And I say that to everyone. Don't be so daunted if it's something new. Just dive in, and the worst can happen is it goes wrong first time, but no one's perfect. And at the beginning, you should see some of my attempts were horrendous. You start off somewhere. Okay, so I'm just going over all these grayscale areas first. And it just is enough to give us a good sort of base coat of where we're going with it. So it's nice reference. And as I like to say, and I've probably said it a million times on my streams, you're mapping out like a map. Imagine you've got a map, and at the beginning you need a start point, and then you're working your way through like a maze into the end. And that's what I treat these like. So it's just treating it like that. Take care, Mike. Okie dokie, I'll see you later. Yeah, do it, Danny. That's what it's there for. They're there to have fun with. Okay, so as long as can you see what I'm doing okay? Okay, so we're going to go with these sort of side ones as well. And I'm going to have to resharpen this pencil so it's nice and pointy. And that's, you know, just a tip is to have a nice sharp point. But for now, I'm just sort of planning this where I want it to go. So I'm not pressing hard. It's just our guide. And the same with this point here. Just go with it. Sorry, I'm not so much in chat on these sort of streams here because I'm trying to get these done and explain the way. Okay. So we're just plonking in the colour of the darkest grey in our tones. Just plonk it in. And then just go with it. Go with the illustration here. So you've got a section here that's sort of separate. So we'll line that off and very loosely put those lines in. Nice and loose. Apply them. And there we go. It's nice and sort of mapped out where we're going now, isn't it? That's what we wanted. So I'm going to introduce some here, but very lightly. So I'm adding these ones in now. I'm not going with the illustration, I'm adding. So just add some additional ones into this sort of middle section that we're on now. We'll come to these parts after. And same with that area here now. So that's nice and deep, right? So we're nice and deep at the moment. That's okay. Right, now on these areas, we're going to introduce some warm grey. So we're going to head to number warm grey. I think it's warm grey 5. So this is, where is that? This is polychromo 273. Now we're going to start introducing some of that warm grey into areas of the last colour we've done and in betweens. So it's going to start to take a little bit of a different turn now. That's okay, Stephanie. Yes, Mum, it did. It came. Your book came. It came this morning. Okay, and then I'm going to very lightly apply it into the areas that we've got highlighted here. Not heavily, just nice and loose and light. Loose and light, L and L. Okay, and I'm going to bring some of it here as well. So you see, it's starting, it's taken that time, but it's darker, nice and dark. So we're not going for light, because we're going to have some, what we're going to do, if you look at this part, we're going to bring in again our white, and our white changes it up entirely. So that's what we're going to do. But for now, you're focusing on, you don't want to put your highlights in yet. I'm focusing on where I want my deep points. Same with these areas. I'm going to bring some of my warm grey 5 in and just introduce into the cool grey 6. And then we're going to bring in our lamp black and deepen up before we add all our highlights, because the soft white is waxy in the Holbeins, and you can't really lay a lot on it because it is quite a waxy pencil. So if you sort all this part out first, then you can then add the highlights in. So focus on those. So we're going to head over to our lamp black. Thank you. And our lamp black is not as dark as the black, but it is deep enough that I'm looking, you know, the tone that I'm looking for. And then I'm just seeing where I would like that to go. Before we put all our highlights in, this is getting darker now. So as you're going down, you can think about depth, and then this will be quite light. So, you know, these knotted areas, so it meets, these are going to be a dark point. So you can introduce the lamp black into those. Lamp black is the Payne's grey. Just, it is so similar to Payne's grey and Polly's. So just look at the depth of the Payne's grey and use that. And as I say to you, not deep. When I use these colours, I'm not pressing hard. I'm building up light layers, and it just, that enables me room for movement. It, you know, it's nice and sort of loose, and I can change things if I need to, or add or take away. If I go in too heavy, it's very hard to do that, and it's easier to work your way up in colours. So this is kind of, I really want that as my dark points, but we're going to add white in. Just another picture got close. Ah, thank you. Okay, Jane. Wish you better. I hope it eases soon. Okay, so the thing is with these colours, they do all come together, and you can really play with it. So when you're looking at the joins as well, you can, we're going to bring in whites after. So just add all your deep parts in now. Add your darkest areas now before we add in our highlights. This is a question for, you know, even those watching back. Who will go graciously grey when the time comes, or will you dye your hair? This will be good. So will you embrace the lovely grey tones, or will you grab a bottle of dye and dye your hair? Me, I'll probably keep dyeing it. I love greys, but I just think I will look, I don't think I'll look good with grey. I really like greys though. I think they're beautiful. And I love seeing ladies that are natural, because there's natural beauty in all these greys. Okay, so I'm with the lamp black at the minute. I'm just adding in my tones. Oh, nice. You went grey young. You went pink. Grey is the new black. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, see, I like that look though, the salt and pepper look. Yeah, no, good for you, ladies. I love it. I love it. I love it. I just know what I'm like, but I have not got the courage. But I love the greys. Yeah, I'm like you, Mum. Me and Mum are streaks all the way. But, you know, I love it. Okay, so we've gone quite dark on these points, haven't we? No, I see. I'm a bottle of dye person. I love blonde hair. And I'm like, will I, wouldn't I? But do you know what? I don't know until the time comes. But I love grey. I do. I love it. So I really want these sections in between to stand out. So I'm going to just try and fiddle here with these bits to make it sort of, you know, where you got the change. Okay, so I'm just adding in all the details. Really? You'll be showing them off. God, so I wonder what makes us go grey earlier then. You know, what is it in the body? Do you know? Do you know what it is? Okay, I'm just going to bring my soft white in. I've always wondered that because some people go quite young in life, grey quite young in life. And I always wondered what it is in us that changes that, like what part of our bodies makes that happen so early in life for those that go like in their 20s. My friend's mum, she was fully grey by the time she was 29. She's in her 50s now. She dyes her hair, but you know, it's not the point. She went very young and she's always dyed her hair because of it. So it made her quite paranoid. Oh, nice. You have cool red from a box. Genetics and high stress. So that's the cue, is it? Not to have stress. Okay, I'm going to bring the white in. And now's where we're going to put our white areas, I suppose it is. So we're going to add the nice white highlights as we come down. See the difference that it makes. You started growing when you was 20. Oh, really? See, I did wonder, was it genetics? Was it, you know, just, what was it? Hormones, I thought maybe, because our body really goes to town with hormones, doesn't it? And a lot changes in our bodies with hormones. But no, I say embrace it if you know, are brave enough. With me, I'm an absolute wimp. And I know that I will end up dyeing it. So I know what I'm like. I know myself. I mean, for me, if I don't just put the tiniest bit of makeup on every day, I stress myself out, you know? I stress myself. No one else, me, with having to present myself looking a little bit more presentable than just being natural. But that's my own silly thing. It's not what it should be because natural beauty is there, but I stress myself out with that. So I'm really lightly applying. Now I'd say the closest to this white would be the Prismacolor white, although you could use, if you only had the polys, you could use the white and the ivory. But I'd say if you had a Prisma white, use the Prisma white over the poly. Now all I'm doing is adding the highlights in, and it makes a huge difference to the outcome in total of this look. So if I zoom you out, do you know you're going straight to white? Yeah. As this will start getting greys this year, we're in our early mid-30s. It's been a very stressful year for the family. Yeah. Yeah, I know. See, Faith, I loved your post on Instagram about that, but I need to take a leaf out of that book. Yeah, see, oh, white, all white, nice. See, there's so many nice colours. So can you see the differences in how we're getting along now? So as I said, we're going to use our reference picture for a minute. I've put a heavier influence in this one of the one that we're doing of the darks, but we can change it up. All you got to do is add more white, and we're kind of going along those lines now. So again, we're going to use our reference picture. So when we're looking at reference picture, we're looking at the darks, we're looking at the white. So you've got a heavy white influence towards the top. You've got these really dark beigey tones coming towards the bottom, and that is what we're going towards here. So that is where we're going with it, and hopefully it will turn out. Now we're not done yet. We're going to add, like, you know, more details, etc. But we're going to just go straight down here again, and I'm going to go to my warm greys now. So I'm going to pick up warm grey number 6, and I'm going to zoom you back in. Hormones have a lot to answer for though, don't they? Okay, so now I'm going to go straight on top of my grayscale shaded areas, and I'm going to take out the grayscale with this warm grey 6. Warm grey 6 is 274 in the polys. And remember about the fanning out. So you fan it from a point, fan the strands out. That's what we're doing. Just use that. And then I'm going to sort of bring that up here as well. So just keep with the pattern of the entire illustration. Hi, Mama Megs. That's okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Who doesn't love some pancakes? Okay, and I'm going to bring the elements of her hair, and I'll bring some more lighter grey ones as well. Pancakes and eggs, yummy. Okay, and the same with, before we move, so we're doing all this sort of area. Oh, we move that way. I'm going to bring that warm grey, I'm going to just move that there a minute, into this area. We're going to bring some cool greys in a minute. So just think about this area. Remember, we haven't done our under base coat on that part yet, so we'll work our way down. So when we're looking at where we're going with this illustration, we're just looking at the tones. So do I. They are yummy. They are so good. Proper homemade pancakes. I just love them. I like the thin ones, like the crepes. They're really thin. I'm not a fan of big, thick, fluffy ones. I can't eat the thick, fluffy ones. They just fill me up too quick. So I quite like the other, like, thin crepe type ones. But they are so good. Okay, so we're going to pick up Cool Grey 4. Where is it? I have to find it. Okay. And this is quite, you know, close to the tone of the grayscale. So you've got to be a little bit more heavier on your lay down with this. It's just going to take out any of that sort of white look. So be quite generous with that lay down. Same into this. I'm pressing fierce. I'm being fierce on my lay down here, and it just takes out any of that white spacing. And also we're going to bring some of that into these areas, because you've got lots of grey tones in this. Thank you. No, in America, their pancakes are quite thick. They're like fluffy. See, for me, I have them very thin, like crepes, so they're like literally a flat pancake. But the fluffy pancakes in America, when Andrew went to America, the pancakes were like that. They were like doorstops. And he was like, I can't eat all these. Yeah, Andrew makes the best pancakes ever. He really does. So I'm going to bring in some Cool Grey 6. It's about the only thing that he'll make me. And he's like so proud of himself when he's done it. Okay, so bringing in Cool Grey 6, and we're going to start to just deepen. I'm going to say deepen this area here without using the black. And introduce just a little bit of this cool tone. Because don't forget, we've got to bring our whites in anyway. Oh no, Mama Megs. Oh, nice. Oh, I love, one of my favourite flavours in the entire world, Faith, is cinnamon. I love it. Okay, so I'm also bringing some into here. And it just gives it a bit more depth. Same with this nice and loose hand. So just gonna gone quiet for a minute because I'm concentrating. So I'm just gonna add that in. So I'm gonna also join that up a little bit so there's not a big space. Okay. Right, this part I'm gonna put some lamp black. Got to find it. There we go. As long as you can see what I'm doing, guys. Oh my gosh, crumpets. Do you want to see what a crumpet is? I love a crumpet. Hold on, May. I've got crumpets in the fridge. They are a breakfast thing, and you eat them with like just marge or butter. Okay, May. If you want to know what a crumpet is, they're these. These are crumpets, and they're like got holes in, and you have two of them toasted. They're quite small, like you can see my hand. They're quite small, but they're thick. Look, so that's what they look like, and they are delicious. Two of them with a cup of tea, toasted, and a nice marge or butter. They're delicious. They're so, you can see they're just soft. They're so lovely. They're delicious and they're fluffy. Yeah, they're not though. They're really fluffy inside. While I was in the kitchen, I put the kettle on, so I hope you don't mind. They're delicious. Oh, Jude, honestly, everyone needs crumpets in their life. Try them. Crumpets are amazing. Yeah, no, you've got to have some. You've got to have some. They are delicious. They actually make me want to now. Okay, so I'm going over to my lamp black. Crumpets are, I prefer it over bread. See, they're fluffy inside, they're airy, they've got bubbles, so they're not heavy like a bread. They're lighter. And you have them as breakfast, or you can have them as dinner if you wanted to. You can have like pancakes as dinner, can't you? They're fluffy, they're not heavy. And when they're toasted and they're hot, with, am I making your mouth water? When they're fluffy, Holbeins ones are delicious. The only ones I like. And when they are hot with a cup of tea or a coffee, whatever your choice is, oh my gosh, they're amazing. Yeah, no, they're not English muffins, no. Muffins are bread, and these are, they're a bread product, but they're not bread. They're more of like a floury, oh, they're like a thicker pancakey type thing, but not sweet, they're savoury. Oh no, 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 no. I am team hate Marmite. I hate Marmite. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my soft black and then I'm going to grab a cup of tea. If that's okay. So soft white, sorry. Soft white. Again, remember with your soft white, they are. Just toast them. Just, what? Make them from scratch. I couldn't do that. Amazing if you can. I couldn't do it. I just buy the Warburtons. They're only £1. Okay, Holbein soft white. Now you're going to add your highlighted elements into this amazing grey hair. Now, I'm not pressing hard. You see the difference it makes. It really makes a difference. Lou, no. No. Ugh, no. They are team hate in this house, Marmite. It is disgusting. Not a fan. Oh, if anyone's eating Marmite, are you team love or hate? I'm a team hate, destroy. It's the devil's food. It's this thick extract, beef extract that people have on toast. Oh, it's foul. Oh my gosh. Honestly, no. Not a fan. No. Oh, no, 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 no. It is honestly one of those foods that you're just like, oh, who made this? I'm going to grab my black a moment. I'm just going to add in some depth. So just play around where you want some depth to go. So I'm going to add some here. I'm just going to play here for a minute because you want to sort of look at your illustration and see where you want to go with it and what points you want your dark bits to go and light. You know what I mean, don't you? So just play here for a second. So this is my black, not the lamp black. So you can look at here, for instance. And you can kind of just play it by that. Right, if you bear with me, guys, I'm just going to make... I know it sounds awful. It is awful. Not a fan. Okay, so if you bear with me for 2 minutes, guys, I'm going to just very briefly make that cup of tea. And I will be 2 minutes flat. I promise I won't be long at all. Sounds different. It sounds disgusting, doesn't it? No, I'm not a fan. Okay, be right back. If you want to grab yourself a tea, grab yourself a tea. I'm just going to get my refill. Right, guys, I'm back. I was munching as well. You were making me hungry. Who asked about giveaway? Sorry, let me scroll up a second. Hi, Christina. It's good to see you. Gracelyn, sweetheart. Hi, Charlotte. You went after this stream. Enter in the giveaway in the comments of the stream. So, you know, like you hit comment after the stream, you enter on there. And if you're late to the party, oh, this month's giveaway is the Fairy Miracles by KLARA MARKOVA. You're not going to get this version. You're going to be getting a brand new version that I'm going to order off of Amazon. So if you haven't already, if you've got to, you know, if you want to enter, I was just about to, oh, I'm going to fluff my words up. If you want to enter the giveaway for this book, I will order one and the giveaway announcement will be on the 22nd. So once this has uploaded, Faith, get entering, girl. If you want this book or a chance of entering in for this book, then after this stream, comment in the comments of this stream when it's finished. And you've got to state, I want to be entered for the giveaway so I know. It is international. Anyone can join, but one entry per person. I will give you a number and I will draw the winner on next Tuesday's stream on the 22nd. So get entering. You're all in. You're all in for a chance. Okay, let's get back to this. We're going to get this done and get all our details and stuff. See, I've gone in further details on this, what I'm going to do on that one. So it is all about the details. All about the details. Rightio, let's get cracking. Well, you got a chance, Sabrina. After this stream, you enter. Enter away. I'm so happy for people to enter. I'm like, yes, go ahead. I love making someone's day. Love it. Love it. I love someone to go, oh my God, and I've won. I'm like, yes. Okay, so we're going to go straight on over to Cool Grey number 4. And we're going to put this down as our base. Where can I find them? There we are. So now we're going to head in with Cool Grey 4 and we're just going to go straight in over the entire white space. I thought, being that I'm doing KLARA MARKOVA month on Instagram and being that it's quite an expensive book, not everyone has got it yet and it's relevant, it's new, everyone's liking it, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna order whoever, you know, whoever does it and gets it and wins it, I'm just gonna order it in for you guys, and then you got your own copy and it makes someone happy, makes someone's day. Thank you, dear. Why are you super sad, Gracelyn? Share away, share with me, tell me why. But yeah, you can enter in, and good luck to everyone. And as I said, please specify that you want to be entered for the giveaway, because anyone that doesn't, I won't put it as a valid entry. So you got to say, I would like to be entered. And I'm like, fine, you've got a number, and I'll give you all a number, and I will do the giveaway winner on Tuesday the 22nd at my usual stream. And Tuesday stream is going to be marker stream on comparisons and blending and how to get the most out of your markers. So we're going to do a marker stream on Tuesday, and I should be streaming on Thursday next week. So there should be 3 streams next week, and we start a new picture on next Thursday. So yeah, we've got quite a few things to get covered. I'm going to do a couple of uploaded videos, not streams. One will be that tour of the book. Oh, Gracelyn, I wish it, is it a little girl or boy? Hi, Louise. I wish them better. her or him. Big hugs. Horrible to know that. Give them big cuddles and spend all that time with them. So we've taken out all the white. Have you been to the vet, Gracelyn? Little gal. I wish her better. If you still don't know about this Vegemite, Dash, you take care, sweetheart. And I wish you better as well. Okay, so now I'm going to head over to my, I'm going to say warm grey 5. I'm going to head to warm grey 5. Ah, yes, Sabrina. Make sure you do. Okay, so I'm just going to put in warm grey 5. Warm grey 5 is the colour number 273 in polys. Let's put that there. Can you see it in your screen? I don't want to hinder it. Maybe it's better there. Okay, so you're going over your grayscaled areas and you are leaving some highlights into your white areas. I was just eating while I was waiting for a cup of tea. Do you know what mini cheddars are? Has anyone got mini cheddars? I was just eating a mini cheddar, a large one. Oh. Well, I hope that you get it. Please. I know, mate. Stop the chat on Mama. It is disgusting. I know it's not. It really is as disgusting as it sounds. Oh, my God. That's made me laugh. This gave me a tickle. Okay, I'm going over to my cool grey 6. And I'm going to put an element into, again, the dark areas only. Make it stop. Well, we got some lovers of the Vegemites. I'm not one of them. Oh, should I start on? Do you know what's up? Yeah, cheddar. A mini cheddars are like a cheesy biscuit snack. They are so good. Ah, Gracelyn. I know it's hard at these difficult times, but you hang in there. I've got to tidy up this a bit after, but we'll go there after. Yeah, Megs, Mama Megs, they are brilliant. Okay, so into this section, I want to bring a little bit of black, not too much. And I'm just going to add a touch of it, and I'm going quite lightly into it. Hey, Till. Okay, so just enough to add an element. Didn't zoom you in. Oh dear. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my, oh, I love Twiglets. Okay, Twiglets is a Marmite snack, but I don't like Marmite. What is wrong with me? There's something wrong with me. Okay, let me show you what Twiglets are. Those of you that don't know, they're a snack. Twiglets are these things. They look like that. They're a snack. And this is what they look like in the packet. They're like a little sort of long snack that's got Marmite on them. But I don't like Marmite, but I love these. It's weird, isn't it? Don't know why. It's a very strange person. Very strange person. That's what I'll name myself. Okay, getting my soft white. And I'm going to just add the highlights. So you can see where the highlights are on your little knot and go with where the highlights are in the knot. So you've got quite a nice element of it. So, and then I'm just going to bring a tiny bit more of the cool grey 6. And this is just going to reintroduce a touch into and tidy up all of that section. Okay. So it's just got some nice highlights in it. So sorry, Be Bright. Yeah, Faith, you know, I used to be the same. On the other way around. I don't like anything strawberry flavour, but I love strawberries. Very odd. Okay, so I'm going to stick with my Cool Grey 6. And I'm going to just drag down some of this shading. Now, again, I'm not going to add too much of the Cool Grey 6. I'm just going to add enough to give it a depth. And as I said, we'll do all the tidying up and the touching up at the end. You always got to touch up a little bit. But for now, we're going to just add in what we need to and the amounts that we need to. So add down the ponytail and into all of the dark grayscale areas. So just drag those strokes down. You can see where they need to go, can't you? You're going down the ponytail. Hi, Becky. Anyone that I may have missed? I am sorry, my head's been down quite a lot doing this, so I missed quite a few people coming in. But I'll have a little catch up with you all soon on like a face-to-face or something, so I can sit and chat. It's good to have a little chat. We do a chat back or something. Just have a bit of fun, or a few games and a laugh, a late night stream or something. Right, so for now, you are just focusing on your Cool Grey 6 and adding the elements of shading into where you want it to go. So you can add some bits in as well, which is what I'm doing along the way. So you can kind of just follow what you've been given, but also add some additional strokes in, like into the light areas, and keep with that pattern. Just keep with what you're doing and don't change it for now. So same with coming down, sort of, you can see the difference, can't you? Hi, Shirley. Okay, so very thirsty today. It's this cold weather, you just want to drink hot stuff. So it's getting very cold. Okay, I'm bringing at the bottom, I'm going to have a heavier influence of this Cool Grey. So if you're following this as well, as I said, I'll put all the conversion into the description after the stream. And if you're entering for the giveaway, as soon as I end the stream, you can enter in the comments below. Specify that you would like to be entered, 1 entry per person, and it is an international giveaway, so all is valid. Subscribe to the channel and I will give the giveaway winners announcement by random.org on Tuesday the 22nd. So if you don't get to be around on that stream, that's fine. Just check back and you would have emailed me by that point, hopefully, and I will order it in for you. And yeah, good luck. As I said, I was going to do a live one, but I think it's better to do one that everyone can join in on, because not everyone can make the live streams, which is fair enough. You know, it is absolutely fair enough. That way, I do every now and then I'll do the ones on the live streams, but other than that, you know, I'll try and do a few that are just uploads, and you have to comment. Okay, so we've put quite a heavy influence, and I really like that. Really like that. Oh, yeah, that's the thing when they get ill. It costs a lot of money, but then we sign ourselves up for it, you know? Yeah, I say that to Andrew, you know, if anything ever happened to Chip, God forbid, touch wood, it doesn't. But it's our responsibility, isn't it? You know, we sign ourselves up for that, and it is harsh, but I'd do anything for him, literally anything. Okay, so I'm going for Warm Grey 4. I'm going to put that at the side. And I'm going to start putting in quite a lot into the highlights now. Now, I'm not going heavy, I'm going quite light. And number 4 is the colour 272 into the polys. and I'm going to make sure that it's visible on all parts of this ponytail, because the warm grey is a lot more natural than the cool greys, but you also want the elements of shading coming in with the cool greys as well. So there's a bit of both, and if you look into grey hair, there is elements of both, and I'm on about natural grey hair, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it, Grayson. They are. I would say he's my. I just laugh, but I describe, you know, my bird child, my hedgehog child. Oh, it was Buzz's 4th birthday yesterday, so he's an old man now because they only lived to about 5. It was his 4th birthday yesterday, so he had worms and cuddles, and when I got home, and yeah, he had, before I went out as well, he had worms. And my dog child, Chip. Love them all to bits. Okay, so that's quite a heavy influence of that colour, isn't it? Yeah, it was 4. I was like, stop getting old. Stay young. Stop getting old. And he just like looks at me with that sniffy nose and say, well, I can't help it. What are you telling me that for, you silly woman? Yeah. It break my heart doing that, Beaver. Right? They do. More than they know. More than they know. Right, then I'm going over to my cool grey, and I'm going to put that into quite a lot of these white spaces, and you've got to be a little bit more firm here. And this will take out any white space because you're going to add white in with your white anyway, but you want to have the grey influence. So just go very, very generously into these areas that we've got in between the warm grey and the cool grey 6 that we've just applied. And this just makes sure that it's all covered. You know, we've got no empty space. We're all covered up where we need to be. And it's looking very natural, toned, rather than spacey and whites. And, you know, we're going to add that in. It just gives us a nice definition, and it gives us a nice point to go with as well. So it really does change it up. It's a nice grey tone, isn't it? Thank you, sweetheart. Daughter has. It's like, no. We had a dog, didn't we, Mum? Pooch. She had 3 legs. She had to have it amputated because she had cancer. So yeah, you know, they can do so well. They can do so well, and their sort of attitude is so tenacious, and I love animals. Love animals. Now I'm going to go over to my lamp black, and I'm going to make sure that my dark points now are really focused. So this is before we go in with our white, and this is also our sort of last tool to deepen. So really focus on where you want those deep sort of marks to go in your hair. So just plan it out. And this, it really does make all the difference to add your definition in before you go in with all your highlights and stuff. So just go in really quite deep and be generous with it. Okay. Oh, did you see? Did anyone follow that Pomeranian called Boo? Do you remember? They had like 17 million Instagram followers. Boo the Pomeranian. And it met all the celebrities and it went traveling around the world. He passed away. It's like, no. Ah, thank you, Adri. Thank you. Okay, so we're adding in all our shading before we add all our nice white in. The white is last because it's quite creamy and you can't really put a lot over it. So from this point, just make sure you've got, as I say to you, take a step back from it and have a look on what you need to sort of work on or look at a little bit more, or, you know, there's it's called like a reflection time, so just reflect on what else you need to add in. If you've been doing this for years, you don't really need to do that because you've got it in you, you've got it ingrained in you. But for me, I like to reflect. I call it the stare game. I stare at the picture for a minute and see what I need to do, and it really does work for me. I know, I'm crazy, but it works, you know, it works. Okay, so we've put the definition in with the dark. I'm doing a medium pressure, light to medium. I have not done anything harsh apart from when I've done the cool grey 3. That is the only colour in which I've gone harsh, because it's so pigmented you don't need to. See, if I come up a minute, sorry for a second, guys. All right, so bear with me on the, you know, the mess around me. It's just because I need to have some space to show you. We've still got to add some elements of white. We've still got to add a little bit more deeper tones, and where we're going to have our highlights and lowlights, and a little bit more beige. But that's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. This is where we're going to go with it. It's a good thing to do. So I just wanted to show you from a bird's eye view. So now my stare game is, forget this area because we've got to do all our highlights. I need to do this bit a little bit better. I need to add a little bit of the sort of beigey tone here. So, and there's little things that you can think about where you want to put all your highlights. And even when you like look here, this is a good time to reflect. So when you're on reflection, you can see what you would like to change, what you like to, you know, add or take away, or any of that. Sorry, did I miss a question? Remember, if there's anything for me, just pop it in caps. If I don't see it, then just repeat and I should see it. Take care, Mama Megs. Ah, thanks, Christina. Right, let's think now. So what I want to do is add some beigey tones and some different tones at the bottom before we add our white in. So we're going to zoom back in a minute, and I'm going to now focus on this area for a second. So I'm going to bring in some beige, and as I said, what you would want to do Helen, after the stream, you, in the comments of this stream, specify that you'd like to be entered into the giveaway. The giveaway is for Fairy Miracles by KLARA MARKOVA. I will draw the giveaway on the 22nd, and it's open to all. And thank you so much for your lovely comment. It is very, very much appreciated. Okay, so now I'm looking at this reflection part, and I'm going to get my beige. And as I said to you, the beige, and I will put this in the description. This is the conversion chart from Holbeins to polychromos. So the beige, when I showed you what, you know, the types of tones, the beige is the brown ochre lightly, which is 182. So there is a lot of things that you can use, you know, instead of. Now, I'm going to add the beige elements to some, not to all parts. So I'm going to sort of go by eye here. You can add a little bit into this area here. I'm going to add a little bit into there, and I'm going to add a touch coming down this area. Now, just use strokes. Don't go all like, because you'll take out your strands that you've already done. So use your strokes to just apply this in gently. And I'm going to have also one coming up, quite a long one here. So we'll go with that. Can you see that? It's added that sort of beigey tone in. Oh, thanks, Sam. Hi, Sam. How are you doing? Okay, and now I'm going to grab my white and my black, because we did lamp black. Now, any places that we want our darkest areas, so I'm going to go for here, because it's coming down from the ponytail. Don't forget your black is black in any set. So just go for your black. Poly black is amazing for hair, so it's brilliant. Holbein black is just as good. And it's nice and solid and sturdy. So we've got that sort of where you're coming down. Now's our good tool. I'm going to bring you down. Okay. This is my favourite part. I'm going to get my soft white. There we go. So we're going to get the soft white. Now we can do the good part. I love this part. If you know how to get these soft white pencils in single stock, can you let me know, please, someone? I really, really, really want to buy some of the soft white. Okay, so now you're looking at where you want to bring these lovely highlights in. And the good thing with this part is it's like magic. It is just magic. So you really are putting all your effort into making this grey pop. So you can use your poly white, or you can use your Prisma white, and you can put a touch of ivory in as well. So I really want a high element of this soft white in. I want quite a heavy element there, so I'm going to put that as like an area of white. And I'm also going to put some here, very lightly applying it. And just into this section. I'm going to bring some highlights down here as well, into that beige. So you can really tell the difference. This is the Holbein. This is all Holbeins. It's on the colour cards, Holbein. That's okay, Shirley. Don't worry about if you're lurking. I love lurkers just as much. Don't you worry. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Okay, so the good thing with the white is it does make all the difference to this grey. So if I sort of do that, you can see the tones that it's really brought into the whole thing. So now I want to look at where I want to add more of this white. So I'm now, this is just all soft white. I'm now just looking at literally areas that I want a heavier influence of it. So I'm going to say this part for me. Now I'm not going heavy on it, I'm just adding it all in. Same with this part. I'm just kind of putting where I like the heavier influence, the white areas in my hair to go. And I'm going to say I want a big white area here. Because, you know, these hairs, this white hair is quite a reoccurring thing when you're looking at grey hair. It's quite heavy and I like that area to be. So I'm also, just to sort of tidy that out a bit, I'm going to get my Warm Grey 5 and I'm just going to add elements. This is where you can start to sort of tidy up, add, take away, you know, all of that into your work. So really look at the illustration and where you want these tones to go. And that's where you can sort of tidy it up a little bit, or where you want tones, etc. So again, you've got to zoom out and have a look at what you're doing. Oh, I'm going to have to get some, May. Thank you. I'm going to have to. I need some of those soft whites because mine's getting quite, bear with me. There we go. So if I look back at this and think, okay, so what do I want to adjust? Hi, Elaine. So we're looking at tones, and again, I'm going to go to my reference picture. So if we look at this and the tones in it, we can look and sort of think about, thanks, May, you just put it through. Thank you. So there's quite a lot of white. So I want to go sort of looking around the top and where the white influence comes. So you can always add, but don't go too heavy. So we're going to look at the tones and where the white comes down. So I'm going to use this reference picture for a second, and I'm going to think, okay, so I'm going to bring some more down into here, but I like the thicker areas of white. So you still got those undertones in there. You're not losing those. You're just adding. Again, you're sort of flicking out as you come down. And then, you know, just play. Just play. And that's all you got to do. And there's going to be a thicker streak of it here, I think. So we're just going to bring a little bit more into this whole area. So just really play with it. Thank you, Helly. But, you know, each time you do it, it won't come out the same every time, will it? That's okay. It's about how you do it and about how you want to approach it. It is all about what you do with your own pictures and how happy you are with it. Forget everyone else. How happy are you with your own stuff, and how much do you want to like learn and change and add and take away? You know, there's so many elements. So I really, really like just playing around. And this is the whole thing. This is what you just want to do. You want to just sort of play with your own work and see what you want to add and take away. So I'm just going to grab my Holbein Warm Grey 5 again. And I'm just going to just keep fiddling about for a minute in this little area, because this is quite a thick influence of the white. So I just want to adjust here a bit. So it's just, this is like finishing bits really. And then I'm going to get my black a minute. And then this little section, you kind of want to make it so it's all separate. That's the word I'm looking for. You know, like it's got the different sections. So just play. So it is really about how you would like your finished result to look, and just playing around with it until you're happy. So same with these parts. I'm just going to bring a few of those down. I'm just on my black at the moment. This is just still finishing sort of how do I want it to look kind of thing. And that is all you really need to do. Now this area here, I just want to add so it does look like a separate section. Okay, and there you go, my dears, is how I personally would approach the colours for grey hair. Now, as I said, I did a tester here, and these are the sort of colours that we were looking at, and this is kind of how it's finished. So if you turn it that way, you can see the different tones of how it goes without all the lighting. So if I turn the lighting down a bit, you can kind of see, 1 minute. Right, if I turn that lighting down, you can see the depth. Hi, KP. So you kind of go, you know, through the different tones of greys and whites, blacks. You've got your warm greys in there. Can you see the different tones on that? And it's the same with the top. You want a heavier influence of the white. So it's all about playing around with what you would like. And as I said, the good thing is you can get a reference picture. We're just going to put them side by side a minute. Ah, yeah, I'm nearly finished. So if you get your reference picture and you're looking at tones of hair, you've got different tones in grey hairs, and you can kind of base that off there. So it's not perfect by any means. Hi, Dorothy. But what it is doing is teaching you how to like put the different tones of darks and whites and greys and blacks all together and mix it into this like grey toned hair, because it is like a toned hair. There's not one colour, there's many. So I have wrapped up that one. As I said, if you are just joining and you would like to enter the giveaway, you have to wait to the end of the stream to upload. And then on the upload, you have to just comment that you would like to be entered. There is 1 entry per person. Be subscribed to the channel, and I will do the draw giveaway on 22nd, which is next Tuesday. There is only 2 more, and then we're going to do a couple more because we're going to put some It's the white ash blonde, like Daenerys. That's the next one. So I'm going to pack away. Give me half an hour because I've got to take the dog out. I will upload. Yeah, Dorothy. I'm doing great. I will upload in the description the colours and the conversions. So I will put all the conversions from Holbeins to polychromos in the description. Thank you, Nanamo. So I'll put all of the colours in the description. So give me half an hour. Okay, take care, Janet. And as I said, I've got to walk the dog. And then I will sit down with a cup of tea and I will upload on the description all of the details that you need. So it'll all be there for you. You haven't got to root through. You can just go straight to the description and you can find the conversions and you won't have to just root through like a load of video. So you'll take care for this weekend. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much as always for being amazing, like you always are. I will see you on Tuesday the 22nd, where I'll also draw the giveaway. And okay, Danny, you let everyone know. Danny Ward, she said that she's going to stream in 3 hours. So anyone want to pop over? Thank you so much, May. Thanks, Lou. Thanks, Katrina. Thanks, Honor, for being amazing mods as always. You all have a great weekend. Lots of love to you all. And I will speak to you on Tuesday. Bye, everyone. Take care.